Just
I got kicked in the head by a horse. So, like, you might have a little twitch. My shit will, like, roll back to the back of my head, both of them. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll be sitting here.
How did you get
like,
kicked in the head by a horse, though?
So, this horse, I was walking by, and I thought it said some shit. And I, like, turned back. I was like, yo, what the fuck did you say to me? And it, like, neighed back at me. And, like just growing up, I was never allowed to watch TV. So, like, I became one with nature. So, I could honestly start to interpret animals. So, I was able to speak a little bit of horse growing up. It's faded. And we're live, episode number 19. We got Anthony Williams, though, right?
Yes, sir. Ant Wills.
Ant Willie. Let's go, dude. How was the flight out?
It was missed my flight 8 a.m.
I was wondering. He was like, yo, the flight got pushed.
I was
back.
halfway here. I was halfway to the airport and I forgot my laptop, so I had to turn around.
Oh hell!
And then I had one of my boys driving. He wasn't trying to go faster than 80 miles per hour. So
Jay,
Marcellus.
Dang, Marcellus.
I was 5 minutes late. I was there. They were still boarding. They didn't let me get on.
But luckily, you were able to sit there and get the 11:30.
I got a 10 o'clock flight.
Dang, how'd you work that out?
I had to buy a new one and cancel that one so I can use that one on my way back.
Yeah, the credit. Okay, You're going to Pittsburgh though.
Yep.
All right, cool. How long are you gonna be in Pitt?
Just for the Christmas, maybe New Year's. I'll be back in Nebraska.
Okay, cool. When are you guys going to Dallas?
End of January, February. That's where we're planning on right now.
Dope.
Our lease just got up, so
your lease is up now?
Yep.
Let's go.
On the 31st, we'll be out.
Let's go, dude. That's dope. So let's start with where'd you grow up?
Rochester, Pennsylvania, a little bit outside of Pittsburgh, like 45 minutes. Small town. Played football growing up, so
yeah. So growing up for you, your parents, how'd they meet?
I'm not sure how they met. I know my dad went to school that was like an hour away from my mom.
Yeah.
I know my dad played basketball. He was like a superstar.
Yeah.
Ended up playing at Florida University. But I'm pretty sure that's how they met. But then they got divorced around like, say about 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
And they split and I ended up living with my mom the rest of my life.
You're close with both though.
Yeah, I'm close with both now.
Closer with your mom, but you're close with both.
Yes, I'm close with both now. When that first happened, a little bit separation between me and my father, but got that back.
Yeah. Now, did he ever coach you in any sports?
Football.
Up until?
Probably about termites, mighty mites. And then he stopped coaching. Became a fan.
What the hell is a termite? We just called it midget football.
No, we changed it when my dad started coaching. I think we started twerps. So actually created twerps, I think. Twerps. It was like, so we can get started football earlier.
Okay.
It's like a little bit younger than termites, then it goes mighty mites, then midgets. So there's 4 different.
So what do you start at 2? You
start at twerps. You start at
like 3 years old? Like, holy hell,
5,
dude.
I think. 5 to 8, and then 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12, and 12 to 15.
See, growing up in the South, it's automatically football. You know what I mean? 4 or 5 years old, they never had there was no separation. Like my dad, I was 5 and he was like, "Lo, if you want to be good, you got to play against a 10-year-old." So
exactly.
I lost every game basically growing up. You know what I mean? So I remember playing 10-year-olds that have mustaches, and I was just learned how to walk the last year. You know,
you play football
every day. I actually was looked at to go. You ever watch the movie Invincible?
No.
With Mark Wahlberg. Where he played he walked on at the Eagles?
No, I never heard of him.
All right. Well, yeah, I was almost a walk-on for I don't know if you heard of the Dallas Cowboys.
You weren't walking off for the Dallas Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah, no, but Brody always reminds me that I didn't play legit football because I played up until 8th grade. But and then 8th grade season I played with a club too because I smashed my thumb.
I feel like you weren't really that coordinated. Were you good?
No, yeah, I was nice. I was really nice.
For real?
Yeah, no, I was actually really nice. I was pretty nice. You know what I mean? And I had to work my way up because I didn't have any favoritism and playing in an all white area. Everybody's dad was there except mine.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So. I was pretty nice.
You gotta go super hard then.
Yeah, absolutely. I had that extra work. And if I would have had additional guidance and training, I would have been absolutely a killer. Yeah,
I think that's what separated a lot of us growing up because we had that coach that we would do shit outside of football. So we'd go to the baseball field and push tires and shit.
Yeah.
Growing up.
I never really had, no assistance.
Right.
So, but it was all right. I ended up ripping my thumb in half and, getting it misdiagnosed a few times and then having a late surgery. And then I just got into selling drugs and being a bad kid. So and I got to running touchdowns in the gang life.
Right. It'd be like that.
So now as you were growing up though, what can you remember growing up that stood out to you? So you're growing up, parents split up. Now you're growing up with your mom. What school are you going to? What stood out to you growing up?
Just really sports. I mean, that was really the only way right there.
Yeah.
So that's really where my focus was on. I was playing football, but then when I got to high school, my focus switched to basketball.
Yeah.
So I felt like that's what I liked the most. So I started doing that, and then our school, I was still at Rochester.
Yeah.
It's a little small school. I told you that, but our school had asbestos, so they ended up shutting the high school down, or was it the middle school down? So they put half the school in trailers. And then one of my best friends ended up moving across the bridge to a school. It's called Central Valley. They merged now.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Central Valley?
It's Central Valley.
Okay.
It's Central Valley. It was Monaca and Center. They merged. But my boy had to move over there. But I ended up going. I wanted to go over there with him because it was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
So I wanted to fall in with him. I ended up going over there, stopped playing basketball. It's a whole different organization, and switched back to football. So that's pretty much.
Were you any good at basketball?
I was good at basketball. I was pretty good. I thought that's where I was at. And then I switched to
like
a different
a
organization. No, I was starting, bro.
Okay. And then what about football? What position did you play?
I played safety and wide receiver.
Even up into college?
I played just safety.
Safety?
Yep.
Okay.
No offense in college, though.
Okay. And you could tackle?
Yeah, a little bit.
You were more of like a throw your shoulder.
Going for the legs.
Yeah, you're more of a throw the shoulder.
I'm going for the legs. No, I don't like getting hit like that. That shit hurts.
Yeah. And then like on average, with our sales, we figure, you're going to close 3 or 4 out of 10, but like 10 people are running down, you know what I mean, on you. Like, are you tackling 3 or 4 times, or like what's your close ratio?
Shit, probably about 60%, 70%.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna give him a 90%.
90%.
I'm gonna bring him down. It's gonna hurt, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out. Might be one leg,
One leg.
2 leg. So
Now, asbestos. What is that again?
it's like it's a mineral. It's like it's so small.
I feel like if we were
cancer.
describing Jay, we would describe him as asbestos.
Mesothelioma. That's what I don't even know how to say this shit. I don't want to fuck it up. Mesothelioma. That's what you get when you mess with asbestos.
You get Jay Fullman when you mess with asbestos. That's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
So you played safety and then you played wide receiver. Now you coordinated. Your hand-eye coordination, I don't know.
It's all right.
Okay.
Pretty decent.
All right. Yeah. See me, like it's impeccable. But that's all right for you.
Facts.
Now, your parents, what were they doing growing up?
No, my mom was a security guard at my
Okay.
school. So
She still work at all?
she works at a warehouse now. She doesn't do too much. Works here and there,
Yeah.
but just doing a little here and there, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what she's doing now.
And your pops?
My dad's a salesman, so
Yeah, I knew he was in sales.
he's still selling. He's in, actually doing loans now.
Yeah.
He's in real estate. Also does an insurance as well. But
All your success here, he hasn't ever been like, maybe I should do that on the side?
what, him?
Yeah.
He thought about it, but I don't know. I think he's good. I don't know.
Yeah. You ever try to push him into it? Or
No,
nah?
I never did.
Have you ever even brought it up to him?
I brought it up to him when I was with him last. I was with him over Thanksgiving, but
Yeah.
he's making like 30,000 a month off of stuff he's doing too. So
Dang, that's good.
Yeah,
That's real good. That's real good. So he's selling loans. Is it like
His
mortgage loans?
Yep. He used to do was doing Comcast.
He did door to door.
Door to door.
Tried to get you into it. You
I
sucked.
did it. I sucked. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
And you were like, I don't know if I could do this sales shit. Because
Yep.
that's what our conversation was. You were like, I don't
Right.
know if I could do that because I was horrible at Comcast. And I was like, well, you should just try it out.
Yeah, door to door was not it, but
Yeah.
he was good at it. But I mean, every time I got to the door, I get say a couple words and I have to call him to close it out.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't close for shit.
That's hilarious. Now, getting your work ethic when you were growing up, just valuable skills that you kind of acquired and that obviously that you utilize in your life today to make you successful. Where did you get those from?
Just probably just naturally, just witnessing other people fail and fuck
Yeah.
up, and I gotta make my own decisions and change. I can't be in the same situation they were in. Stuff
Was
like
there big centers of influence in your life growing up? Like, was it your mom gave you that, and your dad, and maybe a coach or anything that kind of stood out to you, and like you had like real solid mentors?
I really didn't have mentors growing up. I always been by myself. Like not like a.
So you kind of learn from,
Like a
from
loner type-
failure and
yeah.
watching other people fail, like
Exactly.
learning from the streets kind of
Exactly.
kind of
Like,
mentality, like street smart.
just watch and learn.
Yeah, getting like street smart kind of,
Exactly.
right?
Just figure out what's right from wrong.
What are some of the funniest memories you have growing up?
Some of the funniest memories, man. Off the top, fuck, I can't think right now. Give me a second.
Definitely some clubs you guys were going out to at Slippery Rock.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been some crazy nights at Slippery Rock.
Where is Slippery Rock? That's up,
It's close to Erie.
man.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
So, funny stories growing up. Anything come to mind?
Growing up,
Anything funny, crazy, or maybe like bad, like maybe even like adversity you had to go through? Graduating from college, you get out of college football. Where did your life end up from there until working with us?
all right, I got you. So I graduated college in safety management. So it was like construction, OSHA.
Okay.
So that's when I graduated, you had to have like an internship to graduate.
Yeah.
So like that was 12 credits.
Yep.
So I ended up getting an internship out in Maryland. So I ran into this dude.
How'd you get to Maryland? I remember you being in Maryland.
So my dad lived there.
Okay.
So
What took him there?
work?
Okay.
Yeah, work.
You like crab? You like the crab legs and shit out there?
I do like crab cake. I don't
Crab
like
cakes or crab legs?
both.
Now, what were you gonna say you don't like?
I was going to say I don't like fucking squid. They got some.
You don't
other
like calamari?
No, I don't like I don't like fish. I like shrimp though.
Okay.
I don't like.
What'd you
too
get?
much
Did
seafood.
you get with Sarah about your order tonight?
Yeah.
What'd you
got
get?
right.
Some steak?
Steak and some potatoes or something.
We were gonna go, but apparently they're booked up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. But yeah, back to what I was saying though, like, so I was in construction. That's what I graduated from. Got the internship. Met this dude by my dad's house in Maryland. He was walking. I came out the house with a Slippery Rock hoodie on. He's like, "You went to Slippery Rock? You go to Slippery Rock?" I was like, "Yeah, I go there now." He's like, "My wife graduated from Slippery Rock," and ended up talking to him, getting his business card. He's in safety management as well. So I was probably a junior at the time when I met him.
Yeah.
So I kept his card after I graduated when it was time to look for an internship. Ended up calling him. He said, yeah, he gave me the internship. So that's what I used to graduate. So I ended up going to Maryland and living at my dad's to start that job. I was making about $40,000. That's when you came and you DM'd me to come do the interview in Columbia.
Yeah.
And then
I don't even know how I found you.
I don't know how I found you either.
Yeah, because that was probably 2018 or 2019.
Yeah,
and then you didn't come on until
I remember I was driving in the
2020.
car, text like DM me.
Yeah.
But I remember it was door to door. That's what got me.
Yeah.
Again, door to door, and I missed the interview. And then once I missed the interview, I was like, fuck it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, stay on track. So I kept doing that, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm not.
Well, you
I
had
need to
a
make
property too. You were doing really well.
So that's after. I'm gonna get there. But so I was making $40,000, and then I knew one of my friends. He worked at this company. It was called Rosen Electric.
Yeah.
I went to school with him, played football with him. He was big in the company. He's only been there for about a year and a half too.
Yeah.
Probably making about 80,000, 90,000. So I was like, I got to get in that company. So I ended up reaching out to him. He set me up with an interview with one of his upper management.
Yeah.
So I went in for an interview, thought it was great. I thought I killed the interview. So I go home, put my 2 weeks in to my $40,000 job. 2 weeks goes by, I still don't get a call for this job. So I'm jobless. So I go back to Pennsylvania with my mom for a month looking for jobs. I'm still looking. I'm using my resources, all I got. So I called my professor that taught me in college. And I asked him, like, I'm still in safety management. I'm pursuing this career. Like, where should I go next? And he told me his son was at this construction company in Maryland that he left. And he went to a different company. So I reached out to that company that he left and ended up taking that spot and got hired on there making $55,000. So $40,000 to $55,000.
Yeah.
So I took that instantly. Was working there for about 2 weeks. The Rosen and company that I wanted to work with called me while I was on the job and was like, you still interested? I was like, I took a safety management position over at Davis Construction out in Maryland. And he was like, yeah. He was like, what do you want? How much do you want? I told him I was like 60, 65. He was like, done. So I put my 2 weeks into Davis Construction.
You should have said $1 million, man.
So I put my and I said I don't want to be exempt. I don't want to be non-exempt because I want to work overtime. I don't want to be salaried because I don't want to be working 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, and still getting paid for 8 hours. So I told him that. He was like, done. So I put my 2 weeks. I went right back in the office. Told him, I was like, I'm put my 2 weeks in. I ended up just leaving that day. They sent me home. So I went home. Was home for 2 weeks. Started that new job, and I was with Rosen Electric for a year. Then I ended up saving enough money. I was staying at my dad's house still, saving enough money. I wanted to get out. I didn't know what to do, if I should rent or buy a home. But I was talking to one of my guys. He was a real estate agent. So I ended up just doing it and just buying a home in South Baltimore, a little bit closer to the stadium. So I could afford it. But as I was working this job, making $65,000, right? I mean, bills, owning the house and having all the bills by yourself. I mean, that's all. I was just me. I mean, I only had about a $300 or $400 budget a month to spend on like just myself. So I was digging into the savings every month. It was like a decrease in term policy.
Yeah.
With my money, like every week, every month. So like, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna have this house too long if I keep working this job, because I can't make any more unless I work 20 more hours of overtime. So I'm like, I seen you on IG still. I still following you. And I seen you guys popping bottles, shit, making thousands of dollars. I'm like, yo, they're doing it. I mean, I didn't even ask you for the overview. I just called you and I'm put me in the course. So I seen that. I just want to jump for the opportunity, and I just took the chance, and that's how I got here.
And then what'd you do with your house?
I rented it.
So is it still being rented?
Yes.
That's dope. So do you make a profit on that then?
About $450 a month.
So you got a little residual. Now, do you have another property? You said off that one.
No, just that one.
Now, do you think you'll get into more?
Yeah, but I got to be 1099 for 2 years to get buy another house.
Okay.
They want to approve me.
Okay. Now you're a year and 2 months in?
About 14, 15 months.
Okay. Dope. So you got you figure 9 months. 9 months and you'll be
They said
over.
they could squeeze me in about 18 months.
Is that where you're going to jump on? Just start grabbing properties?
Not properties. I want a home just to have it for the family.
You?
For a family, like if anything.
Dang, you trying to nut up now.
I just like simple stuff like that. That's
you trying to have
what
a
I
family
like.
now. Hell no, dude. Go listen to a baby cry.
Now I'm just thinking ahead just so I can get it.
Ahead, man. I'm thinking I'm going to start at 50.
Hey, it might be that long, but I'm going to have a house for them. They're going to be good, right?
Hell no, dude. My kid's growing up like me, man. Beat every day.
Hey,
Just
I
kidding.
feel it.
I'm kidding.
it.
So,
But yeah, that's how I got here.
and then that's how you got with us. But I'm thinking back before we jump into all that. I'm thinking with the sports and all of that. Have you thought of any of the funny stories or bad shit yet?
You brought that back.
Yeah, hell yeah. I need to know what funny shit, what bad shit. I want to know what your favorite sports teams were.
Sports team growing up, always been the Steelers. Always been a LeBron fan. So I actually grew up.
So you just follow LeBron wherever he goes, you'll go.
One of them.
Now, you know they're changing the stadium to the crypto.net or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go out there.
Better go get you some crypto coin.
I know, dude. I don't know anything about it.
I got some.
You got how much? What do you got?
I got a lot.
Doge, Bit?
I don't got Doge. I got stuff that actually does stuff like Ethereum, stuff like that.
What does he mean it does stuff? What does it do that Doge don't do?
Doge is like there's no purpose behind it. Like there's a network. Like each coin has like a different network and they do different things. Like
Yeah.
it's weird.
So what does Ethereum do?
Couldn't tell you. I just it's a network. I actually can't explain.
So
it's hard to explain.
you're putting your money into something that you don't know what it does.
That's like Bitcoin though. I don't know what Bitcoin is, but I put my money in Bitcoin though.
I have no idea what any. It really just sounds like they're saying, "Hey, look, this dirt is great dirt. It's way more valuable than all the other."
Right.
Now,
I mean,
obviously,
it's a risky investment.
Yeah, but it's making millionaires and billionaires. Where it's kind of like venture capitalists. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like you get a significant return off of a potential significant risk of loss. You know what I mean? So
you're going to take a loss.
potentially.
Potentially.
So, but that's if you want a massive return, you got to take into consideration.
Exactly.
There's duality in life. If you're going to have immediate massive returns, you could potentially have immediate massive loss as well. So, what about favorite football team? Was the Steelers? Do you have any like favorite football players or shit like that?
I remember fucking Marshall Falk. I used to love Marshall Falk.
He was.
He's the running back for the Rams.
Yeah, I remember he was all right.
It was tough, but really Mike Vick. Mike Vick was really my person I looked up to.
Do you also abuse dogs?
I don't.
I remember when he was going through that shit, and I was like, absolutely hate. You know what I mean? I hate that. You know that obviously he got caught up in the wrong crowd.
You don't care about dogs, do you?
No,
you be trying to kill. You be trying to kill Connor's dog.
Don't put me on blast like that, dude. Put me on blast like that. Love dogs, dude. Now, I like making money way more, but I love dogs. Connor got a fucking zoo in his house.
Miho is something else though.
Fucking zoo. Yeah. I like bulldogs specifically, but I love animals. But I felt bad because I loved Vic growing up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Vic was, he was a black quarterback. There was.
Crazy.
I feel like growing up like 10 years ago, or what? How old would I have been? 13? Yeah, I feel like probably like 10, 13 years ago, there weren't that like I don't know. I feel like just like seeing other black athletes being mixed and seeing like other black athletes was like, oh, that's cool. And then it comes out and they just completely like they sound like to jail.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it's crazy now.
Did
like,
OJ even go to jail?
I don't think OJ went to jail after he got.
But like, so you could like chop up a white woman, but if you like kick a dog, dude, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're done. Dude.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
You know what I mean?
Because Mike Vick's all over ESPN. They praise Mike Vick now.
Yeah.
Like, they show
He's
his
back on
highlights now.
ESPN?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, he's not like a talks person now, but
You know who else was
they show
nice
him
and just
on it.
like him, like in his prime? McNabb, bro.
McNabb was sick. He was sick.
Was
I like
nice
McNabb.
too.
I like McNabb. I thought he was fast back then, but he's slow as shit.
You ain't got your McNabb,
He's
bro.
slow.
In his prime, he would have had you on your ass.
Yeah, he was like that though.
Who's a quarterback for the Ravens right now?
Lamar.
He reminds me a little bit of like a Vic and McNabb.
Yeah, Vic, not a McNabb.
A little bit of both, probably.
Yeah.
But he's nice.
Yeah, he's all right.
Now, did you ever go to any Ravens games?
Yeah. I went to Tampa. My boy plays for Tampa, so when they came to Baltimore, I ended up going to that game.
Now, where did you play with him at? High school and college, or just?
So growing up, we played against each other. So I was at Rochester. He was at center. So we used to always play each other, championship games, playoffs.
And what position was he?
He played running back. I played corner, but we just hated each other. We hated each other growing up. Like when I first moved there, I still hated them. I hated that school. I hated them. It was just a football thing. I just hated everyone from that school, but I needed to go to that school.
Yeah.
I didn't need to go there, but it was a good school. But from when I got there, I ended up playing football, and then we became like best friends. Like we always bring up old shit.
You transferred to his high school?
Yeah, I went to his
And then
school.
where did he play college at?
Pitt. Ended up going to Pitt. He knows Bernsdorf and them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So is Bernsdorf going to the games too?
No, I don't know if he knows. I don't know.
You don't know him like that?
Yeah, like that. I don't know
Okay.
how much their relationship is. But
How many tickets when you're in the NFL can you dish out? Does it depend on like your caliber of like
depends on
success?
home game, away game, and it
If you're
depends on success as well. Depends on where you're playing at because it depends on if the other team's doing good and shit like that.
so like if you're home game and you're playing like just a decent team,
you still get the same amount of for every
okay.
For home games you get the same amount of tickets.
What do they dish out to?
Nah,
4?
Like, 8 or 10.
8
I'm
or
pretty
10?
sure, yeah. Like when I go to his games, like usually 4 or 6.
You guys all sit in one section?
Yeah. So
That's
like
dope.
his mom and dad, a couple other family members.
That's dope.
Yeah, so
That's
I think his parents travel to every game.
I was looking at this. Let me see if I got this shit in my notes. You know they be taxing the hell out of these NFL players, bro. There's so many like every game. I put this in my notes. I made this because I was looking at NFL draft day and I'm just sitting there and I start contemplating and just like theorizing. I'm like, this whole thing is dope. But I was like, a handful of young men are being put in a position today to change their lives forever. Today, people will see highlights of these young men's lives as they come into some big money, some huge money. People don't see the last 17 to 18 years, I'm assuming, of unpaid injuries, adversity, hard work, extra practices, traveling, late nights, early mornings, and much more. People don't know that 9 out of 10,000 high school football players will make the NFL. 9 out of every 10,000, 0.09%. On a positive, the median salary for before taxes is $860,000. Taxes are about 50%, and if not higher, as they face a jock tax. Do you know what this is?
No, never heard of it.
So basically, they pay income tax in every state they play in.
Because they make money in every state they play in.
Every state they play in. So if they come to like Illinois, and it's in correspondence with the state that they're playing in. So they're paying the income tax for every state that they're in.
Why are they doing that though? That's because that's not like we don't do that.
Uncle
We go to different states and we don't got to do that.
Well, Uncle Sam, I guess the way like the roads are set up, like
That's
they need
crazy.
to tax the fuck out of everybody to fix a pothole.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So like, you know how there's no potholes in a road and everybody has the best educational system in the world and there's no issues?
Right.
It's all these taxes that they're doing great with. I don't know. I shouldn't get too political or tax savvy because I literally, you know, maybe I'm, you know, don't know what I'm talking about. But it goes on. I go on to say, which I would imagine would bring us to about 300 to 400,000 left over before any expenses. The league average career length is about 3 years, which would bring us to a little under or over $1 million after assumed tax and without any expenses. Now, even if they only spent 20%, which is 60,000 a year, and had 800,000 left over, with proper guidance, that's more than enough money to invest to make a living, you know, obviously and definitely.
Right.
But that's not the case. So let's assume 3 years into career is over and they are 25, life expectancy is 85. So roughly they got 60 years with 800,000. That's only 13,000 a year, and a one-person household in the US is making 12,000 is considered poverty. So one-person household in the US making 12,000 is considered poverty. So if they weren't able to invest or secure a job,
Right.
some guys will go like straight. You gotta go to college football. You can't go straight to the.
You can't
no.
do that.
Yeah,
No.
you can't do that no more. There was
Can't.
who did go straight. It was.
I don't know anyone as
I
far
don't know
as
if
football.
anybody
I know-
ever went straight. Yeah, I don't know
I
if
know
everybody ever
LeBron
went.
did. LeBron went straight to the league.
Didn't Kobe also?
Kobe went straight to the league. But as far as football, I don't think anyone. I can't think of anyone that did.
Dude, that's crazy to me though. But to come out only 13,000 a year, obviously that would be like no other job, no other
Right.
investments.
Right.
But just to break down, and CTE, people don't take into consideration all them concussions, and people don't understand like how like. Do you have any concussions?
I have one.
Yep, I can tell right now the way that eye is.
Oh man, I didn't think you'd get on me about my eye, man.
Oh, I'm fucking with you, bro.
You're good.
I'm fucking with you.
Good.
I get
You're
everybody
good,
on
bro.
here.
You're good, bro.
But I got 4 concussions, so I don't know how long I got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I be sitting down and like if you get too close to me, my eyes will cross. Like if I start like close,
Right.
like I don't know what it is. My eyes will go out of focus.
That's
And I
crazy.
think it's
my
'cause
shit
I-
starts. My shit is just.
I got kicked in the head by a horse. So like you might have a little twitch. My shit will like roll back to the back of my head, both of them. You know what I mean? So like I'll be sitting here
How
with
did you
just
get
like.
kicked in the head by a horse though?
So this horse, I was walking by and I thought it said some shit, and I like turned back. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck did you say to me?" And it like neighed back at me, and like just growing up, I was never allowed to watch TV, so like I became one with nature, so I could honestly start to interpret animals. So I was
Right.
able to speak a little bit of horse growing up. It's faded. What?
Nah, you're good.
So being outside all the time, I was able to speak different animal languages. And so as I look back and he neighed at me, dude, so I'd like neighed back a little bit just to set the tone,
Right.
walk up on this bitch, kicks me straight in the forehead. But in all reality, no, I was actually...
It sounds so true though. Like it's so believable.
No, I was in a horse stall. So we grew up in Arkansas showing
Right.
horses and
You're from Arkansas?
Little Rock, Arkansas, yeah.
When did you get to Pittsburgh?
When my dad went to jail. So when I
Okay.
was 10. But I was back and forth because my mom went to jail first. So they both did federal time. My mom did the least amount. She did 2 years, right under 2 years. And then when she got out, she took us back to Pittsburgh, and then that's when he went. But we were there and then back and then there and then back. So I really like only like consistently have like had a relationship with my dad for like 4 or 5 years. It was like from like birth until like 9, 10. And then there was like breaks in there from my mom going away and custody and this, that, and the other with grandparents. So
you don't talk to your father?
here and there he'll reach out.
Periodically?
Yeah, here and there he'll reach out. So ups and downs, you know what I mean? But taught me a lot because when he was in my life, even for that short period of time, with how aggressive he was and just demanding excellence and losing it isn't an option. Emotions aren't an option. So
Yeah.
I use that a lot, bro.
Right.
I use that a lot.
I feel that.
I use it a lot.
Way.
So and then from there,
I used to cry at my basketball games because my dad be just yelling at me while in the stands.
yeah, no, if I
Shit
was
was
ever
crazy.
like if I ever started crying like
get my ass whooped,
yeah,
but
if
it-
anybody nobody
Yeah.
was allowed to cry in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my mom wouldn't be able to cry if she started getting beat.
My dad used to beat my ass.
Yeah, nobody
This
could
dude's
cry.
hands is like this long, yo.
Damn.
6'8".
He's 6'8"?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to you?
My mom's like 5'2".
Damn, bro.
So I'm like right in the middle.
Nah, dude. So you're 5'7".
I'm 5'11".
Sorry, he's 5'7", ladies. I'm 6'3".
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never be knowing what to say. I'm like, if I tell her I'm 6 foot, is she gonna think I'm a 5'11"? But if I tell her I'm 5'11", is she gonna think I'm 5'7"? So like, I don't know. Like, I need to like
Might as well just be honest.
run the survey. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Some days I feel like 5'5", like, 11. But some days I feel like, man, you definitely 6 foot today. And then some days I'm like, dog, are you 5'6"? So. Where were we? We still haven't gotten out these funny stories growing up. You're definitely hiding some shit, bad stories and funny stories, adversity in your life you've had to overcome, bro. We're on Adversity Kings. What adversity have you had to overcome?
Just I never was like the superstar anywhere. So like when I went to Central Valley, obviously
you had to work for it.
Before Jordan Whitehead was there was a Robert Foster, and he was the number 1 wide receiver in the nation at my school. So
where does he play?
He played at Alabama. Now he plays he's in the league. Plays for fuck's he play for now? He played for Buffalo. He's not one of my close friends, but he was one of my good guys. But played for Buffalo. Ended up getting transferred to a few other franchises, but he's still in the league.
Yeah. And so,
but like I said, I wasn't never really the star player, so like I always had to fight my way up to the top.
Yeah.
So nothing was ever handed to me. Even when I got to college, I mean, I didn't even start till my 4th year.
Yeah.
I mean, there was people coming in under me, passing me up. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it was just always a fight, but I ain't never give up.
Yeah.
So it was always stay humble. You always got to stay humble. You know how what you can do. You know how good you are, what you're capable of.
Yep.
So like, it's just got to stay humble. Time's coming. Just be patient.
Now, your career with us for the last 14 months, what have been the highs and lows and what's made you so successful? So you were the number 2 agent in the agency. So what did you finish at, 180 or 200? 201,000, right?
Right.
With what, in your persistency, your quality, what was your quality?
84.
84%. That was better than me. So my first year, I think it was 181, 186. And I think mine was 80% flat. And then the next month, it went to 72.9. Was the only month I lost my bonus.
So hopefully I make a President's Club this year. So
yeah, you for sure will.
Over 80.
Yeah, if you finish December 31st,
right,
80% higher, dude. Yeah, 81% or higher, I think it is. That's phenomenal. So, number 2 agent in the agency, number 10 rookie producer.
Well, I think I'm like number 15.
Number 15 rookie producer. Absolutely incredible. You know what I mean? And I didn't have what's even a more of a testament of the legacy of what, Brody's created and Simon and all these great leaders and me having a little part of Nebraska. Right. I think of like just so proud of Craw and all the people that had a hand, because I literally just brought you in and dropped you off. I was like, right. Hey.
But it's all right though. It's business.
Yeah, and you made good money. You probably made the most money you made
exactly
in a year.
That's like 3 years right there in 1 year.
So what'd you end up making last year?
I'm probably
this year, yeah.
Probably about with the contest prizes the company gave out, probably about 210, 205, something like that.
So you're gonna finish year making $200,000. Yeah, your first full year in the business.
Without the $20,000 I won in raffles, probably about 180.
That's insane. So take that into consideration, people out there listening. 180,000. You know what I mean? And this guy was an okay football player, not like me. You know what I mean? Nick Saban and I, we talk, about me coming out and helping out with the wide receiver program myself, but but in all seriousness, so number 2, number 10, what did that look like? Highs, lows, catching on, learning, training, getting adjusted to like me telling you to move out to Nebraska. Now I leave and you got to adjust to that crazy culture. Cause I know they imprinted on you of like, here's how Tristan, his expectations, and
we try to run it like you did, but obviously
everybody's got to adjust to what works.
Yeah, but when I first came, like to get started studying that script, it was stressful. I'm like, how does this even work? Like, how? Like when you first start, you just gotta figure out like a flow, a flow to run your prezo, like
Yeah.
from start to finish. If you can figure out how to do it, that's pretty much hard. Probably the hardest part to start is like, how do I actually
Flow
jump into
through.
the sit? How do I start to where should I be at on the e-apps? Like,
Who did you like copying the best? Whose presentation did you like watching and copying the best?
Rob Jackson.
Rob's. He got a good flow.
When I walked in the door, he was closing.
Yeah.
Remember that
That's
was
all he
before because we didn't have the office yet.
Yeah.
Remember we were in the house.
Yes. Yeah.
So I walked in, and as soon as I walked in, he was closing. He was like, got a couple more questions. I'll be out of your hair faster than your favorite shampoo. Something like that. Like the first time I heard him speaking, he was just having fun with it, and I fell in love with it right there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just heard him pitching. He was closing 15, 20 minutes, making thousands right there.
Yeah.
And then I seen Mike was doing it right there. She was right behind him. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm out just get on the phone right now and just try it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. My first sit closed.
I
Like
remember you
1100
popped
AOP.
off quick. I remember you popped off quick, and I just sit back, bring people down, and cross my fingers. I pray to God this shit works.
I
They're
remember
gonna fucking
you
hate me.
texted Rob like, yo, I think it was Mike dropping all this ALP. Like, you was like, what is she doing? Yeah, is she-
I always cross my fingers because I know how hard this shit is. I'm like,
right.
man, I hope they just last. I'm like, that's why when I'm hiring people, I'm like, yo, listen. I mean, I could imagine I probably told you a lot of like, this is hard. This will be the hardest.
Oh, this shit's hard.
Yeah,
This shit's hard.
I always like to, if I'm going to overpromise something, I want to overpromise how hard this is.
It's easy, but it's hard.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always tell, Sam and I kind of came up with like the days are long, but the years are fast. Like this
Right.
year, you probably can look back and be like, gone, went quick. But every single day,
Long as shit.
long, dude. Like them
Like
24
dragging.
hours. Yeah.
Dragging.
Every day feels like a year, but every year feels like a day here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's a lot. So overcoming the initial, once you get over that initial hump of getting your license and getting your flow,
Right.
there's not too much
I mean,
more
if you stick to
adversity.
and then from there you just start.
Stick to your flow. Don't critique it too much.
Exactly.
People switch up and think, oh, I got it now, and then they switch something up, and then they'll go a couple weeks of blanking, and they'll be like, they'll want to quit. And they'll be like, what? You know what I mean? This is too good to be true.
changed the script I run. I still run the same shit
Same shit.
since I started.
Yeah, same flow.
Same flow.
Yeah.
I mean, I changed. Got a little bit more words and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
you might have a little bit
Yeah, man.
but you keep a backbone. You know what I mean? When
Exactly.
people start shifting out the vertebrae and shit, then you're gonna have a different organism.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're gonna paralyze yourself.
But yeah, that's pretty. When you come in, just
What's the most exciting part of your career year to date?
year to date,
Career to date, I should say.
just probably being like a top 2 producer.
Yeah.
It feels good, but I know I could have did better.
Yeah.
Like there was times that I didn't call till like start calling till 4:00 when I know like especially then probably been calling since 7.
Yeah.
It's like I just know sometimes I'm getting beat, but it's just like
My future vision is to have a good enough system where we can find top producers and identify them pretty quickly, where we can just have full schedules for them the whole day.
Right.
It might be a
That'd
little
be fire.
easier where if you came in
You-
and like 8 to 9, you just had a full
you
schedule.
can tell who's gonna be good. Like it's
Pretty quick. Yeah. You
it's
can kind of
literally how they approach and how they like
body
their
language,
body language and how they're
mindset,
exactly.
receptibility to just kind of what it is you're saying, certain things like that. You know, a lot of people sometimes they'll rag on us because our company believes so much in self-development, mind, body, and spirit, and certain things like that. But I agree. At the end of the day, you got to learn and master sales.
Right.
You know what I mean? My mind, body, and spirit isn't necessarily gonna generate sales for you. But I think the biggest thing for it, is that internal fortitude and stability for when your dog dies or, your girlfriend cheats on you, breaks up with you, vice versa, and just life kind of hits you. You got something where you can kind of blow off some steam because you can go work out and you got something.
MBS is everything.
It's
for real.
crucial. You know
It's
what I mean?
crucial.
And I like for people to think of a time where you spent a week not working out, not reading things that you enjoyed and kind of challenged you, and didn't spend time reflecting or spiritually diving into yourself, whatever it is you believe in. Think of that week where there was none of that. And how did that week feel opposed to the week where you're even going through adversity? Maybe you're going through things that should be more painful, but you're doing that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to notice a huge difference.
Exactly. Yeah. I notice
I
when
got to get a sweat in every day.
I feel that. I notice when I don't work out, there's weeks sometimes there's weeks
It's
where
dragging.
I'm like, fuck, I can't get up.
Yeah, you can't get
Can't
up.
get up, get to the morning, and then like I'm having a bad day. I'll end up leaving the office early or something.
You'll leave, and the biggest thing is your relationships will get damaged because you know your mind's telling you that you're doing the wrong thing because it's seen you do the right thing for so long, where you start to bully yourself inside, and so now like you'll snap quick. Like I've never missed like a day, but like when I'm lower effort or lower attitude on my mind, body, and spirit, and just that self-development, I'll notice I'll snap more. If I do it later or something like that, I'll probably be a little more. I'm taking out the anger from the anger within myself on others. So it's crucial, that self-development. It holds you together, but
Makes you feel good.
makes you feel good, makes you a better person. I like the
does.
Marcus Aurelius quote where it's like, what good does a man do if he doesn't, spend his life extracting greatness from within? I'm saying it absolutely wrong, but like becoming the best version of yourself, essentially,
Right.
which is a lifetime commitment, a pursuit of excellence. You know what I mean? What good are you doing if you're not pursuing, revealing this figure within, kind of like
Exactly.
how marble sculptors, you know what I mean, chiseling away, which is a day-to-day process of you getting up and chiseling away that fat, that mental fat, that physical fat, that spiritual fat, that financial fat. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Where you're
Yeah.
like, if you're broke, put yourself in a position to make some money. Like if you're fat, put yourself in a position to lose some fat. You know what I mean? Like if your mind's broken, you know what I mean? Pick up a book. I can remember graduating and like barely knowing how to talk. I mean, look at
Right.
Rob. You know what I mean? Like you guys can see his growth just over the year of you knowing him and all of us. So I think all those things.
Exactly. I feel that too. I'm still trying to start like develop. I got a lot of room to grow, like
Yeah, we all do.
a lot.
Yeah, we all do for sure.
I
bro.
know it. Like,
Yes.
I know.
That's the first
gotta
thing.
do it.
First thing, Maxwell process of finishing a book. He's got a book out, new book called Self-Awareness. But first quality in leadership starts with self-awareness. Like if you can't identify areas that you need to grow in, and it's a combination of humility, willingness to change, but also willingness to accept and identify areas that you do need to change. Like if you're not willing to, you know what I mean? Say like alcoholics, like the first step is admitting you have an issue. You know what I mean? But that's leadership. That's fucking life. It's
Exactly.
not alcoholics. That's everybody. You know what I mean? That's abusive relationships or abusive parents or cheaters or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like whatever the fuck you're doing. It's a matter of you admitting and knowing, and then are you willing to consistently change? I just read earlier before we hopped in here was, don't change to avoid the problem, but change enough to solve the problem. So I think
That's
too many
fire.
people, they just kind of change just enough to kind of avoid or avert the problem aversion, opposed to problem solutions, where it's like, problems are awesome. You know what I
Right.
mean? Where people are like, these leads suck. Well, it's like, the leads suck everywhere. This is a problem. This is an opportunity for you to make more money.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, these people suck. Well, it's like, the whole 80% of the world sucks. You know what I mean? So this is an opportunity for you to get better as a person and to see what greatness you can extract from that person, from you getting better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So problems are awesome. Problems make us money, right?
Yes, they do.
So what's
A
your
lot of
future look like? What's the vision?
Vision.
I know you want many kids,
No, not too many.
already getting a house for kids.
Nah, just family. But the
Family
vision,
man, you're gonna be out with you're gonna have like a bar. I already know you're the barbecue man, bro.
I'm gonna have I want
Too
all,
bad
all
you
that
didn't get
stuff.
to experience my barbecues, bro. I was barbecuing every day.
I know. That grill you got was sick. That one
Sick
you
ass
got
grill. They probably
Lincoln.
destroyed it.
I haven't seen it since.
Yep.
Where's it at?
I don't know. $2,500. Just fuck me.
I think
huh?
it's at Cam's.
Yeah,
I
right.
think it's at Cam's.
Fuck Tristan, huh? That was my baby, dude. I had ribs in there every day. I was like,
Facts.
look, I'm gonna leave this here. All I need you to do is respect it. I already knew. That's why I didn't ask. It's the first time I've asked.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, it's good as it's getting used. That would be like you having a sexy wife and you can't have sex.
Right.
Oh, it's good. She's sitting at the house. We haven't had sex in a year.
Yeah, it's definitely not big.
Wherever. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck? Like, look how beautiful my wife is. We never have, like, who would ever say that if we never have sex? Me and my beautiful.
I don't know who would say some shit like that.
Look at all this money I never spend. So, future.
Future. Basically, obviously, have a go to MGA deal.
Yep.
I want to recruit. I mean, that's basically what my focus is going to shift to.
Yep.
A lot of recruiting and developing, showing other people how to make money more.
Yep.
Like, shouldn't be really focused about myself too much. Got to put myself last. Not
Yep.
last, but not before them. I got, that I mean. You know
Yep.
what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the future. Just want to grow. I want to see them. I want to see my people grow. I want to see
Yep.
them grow deals, and we all just keep working and just take this wherever we can.
Yep.
Just want to maximize this opportunity.
So where do you want to live? What do you want to drive? What are the numbers looking like?
What I want to live. I want to live where I can have a man cave. I like a big ass house.
Yep.
What I want to drive. I mean, I like a Charger, so I'm cool with what I got. Just
But
wanna
would you
change the
upgrade
color.
a Charger or anything?
I would upgrade to a Hellcat. I got
Hellcat. What about Demon?
that's too much for me.
Why?
I don't need all that power. I mean, a Hellcat's a Demon. I might as well just be street racing at that point. All
Yeah,
day.
dude. I raced a Demon in Brody's F-Type this one time, and it was the sound it made. It
Shit,
literally
it's
screamed.
crazy.
It screamed. It was like not
That's
like a
that's
turbo whistle,
supercharged,
but it was like
supercharged.
scream. It
Yeah,
was
that's it.
loud as fuck.
Yeah, it's supercharged.
Like I had the windows up, and it's like, see. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Man? This dude hit the nitrous. I thought it was Paul Walker reincarnated. I swear to God. Like, I swear to God, Vin Diesel looked over to me and was like, family. Son, it's about family.
But yeah, I mean, really just want to see.
You think you're gonna settle down in Dallas? Get a house in Dallas? Could you see yourself living there?
I like Dallas. I can settle wherever as long as I'm comfortable. I mean,
You could live in Lincoln.
nah, not Lincoln.
Oh,
Not
okay.
wherever.
Oh, okay. You
I
said
mean,
wherever.
I could do it. I could do it.
Yeah,
if
I
I
could
get
do
my
Lincoln.
own place and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, I was living with 10 people.
The real estate's cheap out there too.
It's cheap. I mean, we was paying $2,500 for a duplex though.
Yeah,
Shit was ass.
that's cheap.
It's alright. 4 people, 5 people, 8 people.
Are
I
you
mean-
guys still all split up like that?
Yep. I mean, it's just 4 of us in our house now, but
Okay.
when I first got there, it was 10 of us, and I was in that
Yeah, you
that
and Jay were
HVAC
like,
room,
yeah, slumbered up.
air mattress.
Do you have a mattress yet?
I got a mattress now
Dang, I upgraded
and a
to
bed frame.
I
I
upgrade. Damn,
just got a bed frame not too long ago.
damn, dude, you guys are luxury. I've been on the floor 2 years, and then I'm on the couch right now.
Still no TV.
No TV.
We do got a projector though.
I know. I see that.
Yeah, we
JB putting that. Anime,
I don't have it in my room though, so I
that
have it in the
anime
living
shit
room.
on his. I have no idea what you guys be doing, dude. You're the only black people I know that watch anime.
I don't watch anime.
I saw you. He was
I
like,
don't watch that
he
shit.
texted me. He was like, "Yo, me and Anna are about to watch Naruto."
I do not watch that shit.
And I was like, "Why are you texting me this?" He was like, then he like said some shit in like Japanese. He's like, sorry, that was Ant. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, Ant Mir pretending to be Goku right now.
Man, that man Jay, he's different, bro.
Way different, dude. Especially for a Philly boy.
Bro,
Like, I expect him to be like cold blooded, dude.
man, you should see this man's diet, man. We gotta fix that shit, bro.
Oh, I'm so
I
worried
told him I
about
was
it.
gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah,
on
we
here.
got to.
He's White Castle burgers, the mini ones, frozen.
I think he got a White Castle burger right now.
Oh my god,
He's looking over. I'm like, damn, we are.
no, frozen.
Indirectly-
the mini ones frozen.
What are you talking
7
about?
o'clock in the
Frozen.
morning.
What are you talking about? Frozen, bro.
Frozen
Yeah.
White Castle
There's
burgers.
some like frozen versions of this.
Yeah, like super small. Eats them at 7 o'clock in the morning. Mozzarella sticks, those in the microwave. Everything microwave.
Yeah, I mean that's how I grew up. Everything
Chicken.
was microwaved.
He should be cooking chicken on a grill. Throws it in the oven, raw.
Yeah, in the oven, that's fine. You can cook chicken in the oven, bro. What the fuck wrong? I mean, did you have a chef growing up?
but Jay, he can't cook.
What's
man.
the
He can't.
craziest shit he eats?
He cooks everything in one bowl, in one pan.
Yeah,
Everything. He cooked the chicken and the noodles in one pan.
I've done it. Yes, bro. He must have. He just sounds like he grew up like me.
Hey,
It sounds like you had a personal chef, bro.
I ain't have no personal chef. I just ain't cook like that.
Nah, me. It sounds like me and Jay
But
can
no,
cook.
Jay could cook a little bit, but his diet crazy. He be eating anything,
Yeah,
anything.
that's crazy. Now I've been on a pretty strict diet these last 2 weeks, and I feel the strongest I've ever felt. I swear to
For real?
God. I swear to God. I eat. You guys got to check this out. I work with this nutritionist. His name's Elias Gasol. and I just started this. I started this
Jay just texted me. He said
2 months ago.
He's in my impact. He said, "What's the code before I kill myself?"
Jesus Christ. So he said, so I do meal number 1, I do 2 free range whole eggs, 3 ounces of bison, then 5 grams of omega-3 fish oil poured onto the bison and the eggs, 3 ounces of avocado, and 6 ounces of pineapple. Meal number 2 at 1 p.m. So at 10 a.m. is when I start eating. Meal number 2 at 1 p.m., 6 ounces of chicken breast, 14 grams of macadamia nut oil, 200 grams of cooked jasmine white rice, and 100 grams of vegetables, no corn.
You put all this together?
No. I have Sarah gets the food and then she whips it up, but we're in the process of trying to hire a chef. Nobody out here wants to be a chef, I guess. Meal number 3, same deal. Meal number 4, I do 6 ounces of more bison, 5 grams of omega-3, 3 ounces of avocado, 10 ounces of sweet potato, no skin on it. And then and that's 7 p.m. So I don't eat from like 8 until 10 a.m. That's the hardest part, is not eating from like, because I used to smash bowls of cereal
in the morning. I don't wait till about noon.
Yeah, but like I stopped eating at 8 p.m.
Oh, you stop eating that? It's so hard not to eat after 8 p.m.
Yeah, bro. Isn't that hard as hell?
It's hard as shit. Especially like you're just chilling. Like I'm hungry as shit.
Yeah, bro. Like I used to smash cereal and good 6-pack, good in shape. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I started thinking like the more I just like study and the more I read and just study different doctors and certain things like that from Joe Rogan and just ultimately just from different individuals that are successful. And I'm like, dude, I'm really trying to live in correspondence with Marcus Aurelius and the stoicism of bringing out the best version of myself, you know, and it starts internally. I feel like you could do 20% of the workout if you can have like 100% of your diet intact. You know what I mean? I feel like eating like this, we'll have some Capital Grille tonight, but again, I'm going to have the fish, no carbs, I don't think mashed potatoes, I think that's starch, so I'll probably keep that under 100, 200 grams, and water and tea. Sucks, but the results are good. I wake up because waking up, after you do waking up at 4 a.m., in between 4 and 6 a.m. for 4 or 5 years, and you don't get a lot of sleep, like, you know what I mean? Like operating on 4 or 5 hours of sleep for the last 4 or 5 years, it's exhausting. You know what I mean? You kind of have like a drain to you. So overnight, I noticed a difference. Like you know how getting up is, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just wake up fucking drained.
If you're eating like you wake up feeling pretty good.
You feel pretty straight, bro. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? I'm locked in.
Like when you eat some bullshit, you gotta wake up shit.
Yeah,
man,
dude.
stomach
Even if
all
I'm
fucked
eating
up.
that, my stomach, I could eat anything. I'm probably like Jay. Like I don't know if his stomach ever gets fucked up, but like mine never does. Like I could lick the gym floor and be straight.
Jay ain't shit for like 2 months, bro. I'm just.
He ain't shit for 2 months?
Nah.
He needs to get that checked out, bro.
2 months. I'm just kidding. Ain't that long.
Now, he went viral with that meme shit about, you know, he always likes to joke about Thanksgiving and like, Thanksgiving meal was good from 2020. You know what I mean? Like, stupid as hell. But
he's a funny ass motherfucker.
But like, in all seriousness though, like, does he be blowing the house up or the office up because the way he eats?
Oh, yeah.
Like, does it just reek?
Every time he's in the bath, he's not in there taking a piss. He's shitting. Or trying to shit.
And it reeks?
I mean.
Like, don't go in there?
Yeah. When he does shit.
Oh, that, you know what I mean? You could never have like a girl over and like be like, oh man, don't like Jay, hey, look, I'm bringing a girl over. Please don't shit for the next 48 hours. Like you have to like prior to, you probably got to set up the date night and be like, hey man,
with him.
Please shit somewhere else.
Exactly.
Shit outside. Yeah, y'all. Did I ever do a 4 a.m. wake up on y'all?
No, not when I was there.
You know that you guys would have loved that.
That was with the pots and the pans.
Nah, that was with a paintball gun and a jukebox.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, you would have shit yourself. y'all gangster boys. Philly boy Jay, he would have shit himself, dude.
He woke up mad as hell.
Most of these cats did. The one time I did it to Rob and he jumped behind Alexa. 4 a.m. he jumped behind his girl. I was like, hey man, I told her, I still think about like, baby should have broken up with him because like, if a real shooter comes in here, you getting shot.
It's a wrap.
He's jumping behind you.
It's a wrap for Robbie Jacks.
That's hilarious. So we knocked out the past, the present, the future, adversity, tips. Any tips on success come to your mind? I mean, you pretty much cover it in your story.
Really, just tips on being successful. Obviously, staying humble.
Yep.
I mean, no matter what, like, you could lose this shit and like the next day, like,
Yes.
shit's crazy.
Gotta stay humble.
Like y'all always say, don't lose. What you guys say? Don't lose one deal. Don't lose the whole deal.
Yeah, don't lose the whole deal over one deal.
Yeah, that shit can happen. Like,
And that's just a philosophy for life. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like you
I see
lose a
my-
whole relationship over one argument.
exactly. My dad was selling Comcast, and I don't know if it was him or one of his guys fucked up something. And that's why he's not selling Comcast no more.
That's crazy.
It's fucked up.
It's crazy. It's
But-
crazy to see it fold out in other lives.
Exactly.
Especially you'll see it with a lot of, because I feel like it's a lack of development, guidance, and self-development. A lot of these like athletes, they'll come into so much money and then they'll fuck up because there's no guidance. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's that horrible, I don't know who it was, but did you see the video of that dude beating the shit out of his girlfriend? NFL dude?
Was it how long ago? Was it a long time ago?
Nah, not long ago at all. Last couple months. I don't know who it was. Beat the hell out of her.
No, I didn't see that.
Big ass dude, bro. But like, it's like, yeah, I mean, there's no justification for that whatsoever. You know what I mean? And it's like you think of like you just lost millions over
Exactly.
some emotional incident where you allowed your emotions to overcome you, and to ever put your hands on a woman is just disgusting. So
Exactly. Some shit I went through this year. I didn't bring it up, but remember January I got a DUI.
yeah,
So,
dude. I remember texting you
March-
telling you to keep your head up.
March I had one of my biggest months. I was on house arrest.
Yeah, but we got to get you back on house arrest. 2022 house arrest.
Right. But
House
yeah,
arrest.
I mean,
and-
shit like that, stuff like that that'll open your eyes and make sure like
Hell
that shit
yeah.
don't happen again. And just gotta be better next time. Like even every time I fuck up, like I know it's not good to fuck up, but like it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna figure it out eventually. But I mean, really, just trying to be successful, just gotta stay humble and just
Yep.
stick to the plan and just keep going.
Now the reason I invited you, obviously personal recruit, but in addition to that is you're one of our AK members. So as I look at our AK, and what I mean by AK members, guys, is Adversity Kings is open to anybody. I think we have a shop going live too. People keep asking if they could buy some shit. I really don't care if you do or not.
Right.
But the AK members in correspondence with our business, I came up with Adversity Kings when I first started pretty much. I look back at posts and see me hashtagging it. And it's ultimately just people overcoming adversity. And everybody's dealt a deck of cards and you just have to adapt to it. So it's the adversity and then the Kings. I came up with the Lion and the Kings because it's like, you know, just that authoritarian figure, you know what I mean? And it's not sexualized to a male. It's just sexualized to just humanity. You know what I mean? It's just like everybody's dealt adversity. That's why I only sell extra large hoodies. And you got to
fuck with
fit.
that.
You know what I
I
mean?
fuck with
You
that.
got to fit. You know what I mean? So it's like it's too small or it's too big. It's like find a way to fit, find a way
Exactly.
to adjust, and find a way to rock it. So just real quick with our AK members, we got John, Rob, Dylan, and I'm not, you guys know if you're in the business and you're listening this far, Connor, Gavin, Joe Hepburn, Ant Williams. Then we have Marie, Savannah, Kamar. These are all people in Chicago, but it's cool. You know what I mean? To make it here, you got to do 25,000 net in a month. And it just goes to show like that ain't easy doing 25,000 net in a month.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Everybody talks all this shit, but I remember my biggest net week, and I don't think anybody on this list, I think Andre Bent needs to be on here. So he's the only one. He's the only one that beat my personal week. But excluding him, I don't think anybody's beat my best week yet. So I'm excited. I always fuck with you guys because I know I got 26 net in there.
Right.
I always mess with John and Rob because they beat my best year. And you did too now. You know what I mean? But beat my best week. That's one thing I'm gonna hold on to until you guys beat that too. But this was fun. Where can people find you? You're hiring. Where can they work from?
So you can follow me on IG. It's gonna be Ant Wills 392. You can follow me on there. We're gonna be working out of Dallas. We still got office in Nebraska, obviously Pittsburgh.
Yep.
A lot of virtual. 22 is gonna be a lot of
Yep.
probably transition to like
So they can make
training
money from anywhere?
virtually. So not so. I mean, obviously we want people to come in the office.
Yep.
But if we can't, we want to get people.
So they can make money anywhere
Exactly.
though.
That's
That's
what we
awesome.
want. So we want to that's really want to transition to. So we're gonna be offices where we're trying to be is obviously Dallas. So
Yep.
that's where.
So if
trying to
people
be
are
at.
interested in moving, they can do that or they can work from home.
Right on.
Dope.
That's pretty much it.
Anything else you want to shout out? Any Any charities, family, businesses?
I did,
anything at all?
Not too much. I mean,
Friends?
all my shout out all my boys. I already know who they are.
Shout out the gang.
Yes, sir. But I did a donation to Young Life. It's organization out in like Beaver County
Yeah.
area. They get the kids together, take them on trips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pretty good organization. So I started that. So, also, one of my boys, one of my best friends growing up, also he has a training organization. It's called Type Time Athletics.
Yeah.
So y'all can follow them on IG. It's called Type Time Athletics. Good training in Pittsburgh area. So that's one of my boys. So
Let's go.
that's another one of the things.
Let's go. Well, that's a wrap. Episode 19 with the Off-Whites.
Yes, sir.
The Off-Whites.
R.I.P.
Let's go. R.I.P. to who?
Off-White dude.
Oh, Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil.
Yeah. Did he have insurance?